Visit Auto K Suzuki to get assured delivery this festive season.
Now you have to understand, other suppose her husband is from Maye. So in Maye, if he wants to build, I'm giving a concept. If he wants to have, he has a house. Around the house, if it suppose he wants to have certain extensions, then how does he do it? Suppose that area is not settlement. What is the way forward? Ultimately, even Hafiz contractor spoke to me. We have taken him on board. On board, we have written to him. We are waiting for him to give a feedback. The unique structures, when anybody takes benefit of the regulations and a higher FSI, they will have to maintain the roof facade and everything pertaining to the Goan, the most Goan inherent characteristics of a Goan and Goan, the state of Goa, what it identifying with the state of Goa is a type of policy that we have in the pipeline of bringing. If you think that I'm going to give a higher FSI to somebody and he can build any type of building and anything, I'm not going to be allowing that. He has to give a commitment in writing, and only then we will be allowing him to take this type of benefit. So this is how we want to move forward, and this is how we want to make it more people friendly. Many times people feel X is happening while you go to the remote villages. Today people in the villages are asking for development. People in the South Goa are asking for development. People want to go beyond the regional plan and ask for development. The development, we want this type of development. Today the families have grown. So if a person wants to do a development and build a house beyond a particular thing, then he has to be allowed to do it. Why should we wait, and why should we put the people at the mercy of the policy making bodies like us? Instead, it should be more people friendly, where people go and buy the FSI and take it and buy it, build it. This is how you have to do it. My job is to see that within the next 6 months, Goa will have a new Town and Country Planning Act, and we need to do it. We need to have a comprehensive 30, 40 years, because the Town Planning Act was brought, this original one was initially brought out by my father when he was early in the 70s. Now the time has come for change. Now you look at the way the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji also has brought in the Forest Act, so many amendments have been brought. I also tweeted the other day for infrastructure projects to make it much more easy to move forward. So basically, and several other issues I've already tweeted on that. But that is how one has to look at it. Suppose you want to build something, you should not be at the mercy of me to give you permission. You should be able to go to the department and get permission on your own. Ultimately, a common man living in the village, poor fellow doesn't know what he's doing. He is actually building his house on orchard land. Am I good? How many times you going to take action over it? When you are doing a zoning plan, you need to see that all these issues are addressed. All the houses are incorporated in all this, so that he is able to live a very comfortable life without any kind of stress that whether he is zoned. Wealth has to be passed on to everybody. Wealth has to be passed on to the poor man also. A simple person also should feel empowered through the policy making of the government. That's what I feel.
Why the panchayats always blame?
No, I don't. I can't. No, I can't comment. No.
So they always put a blame on TCP.
TCP is the only department that is technically competent to give any kind of permission. And also, second time, you find that many times of people have got contrary views to contrary things. My job is to go as per rule and regulation. I am not really worried about who's saying what is happening. Some people who are not happy with the decisions you take, but ultimately Goa has to progress. You cannot have a state at status quo. It has to progress. You'll agree with me that if you open up a policy and if you create a type of a vertical for a person to go there, and he is able to go and benefit out of it, and he gets benefit by a policy, and he doesn't have to be remaining at my discretion, and he can go and approach the department and take whatever benefit he wants. Like I made that policy for all the housing societies and everything. Everybody has welcomed it. There have been several editorials on it. I'm grateful to the editors for having written so much about it, because people want it to be implemented in a total spirit of what I have mentioned. And we are going to implement it. When we have got people like Mr. Dempo and Milind Ramani and several other people sitting on the board, then we must make sure that we are able to implement policies which are benefit for the people. Go and look at some societies, several, फोंड्यान वचून पळयात, मडगांव वचून पळयात, हांगा पळयात, तुम्ही पळयतले की खूब कडेन अशें पडपाक आयल्या सोसायटीच्यो. त्या सोसायटीक जर तुम्ही योग्य तरेचे तुम्ही FSI दिवंक ना, म्हाका कोणूच इंट्रस्ट दाखोवचो ना ते बांदपाक. आनी प्रत्येक मनीस तुम्ही हांगाचे रुमान जे सगळे प्रेस मिडिया भाव आनी भयणी बसल्या, प्रत्येकाक दिसता की आमकां बी त्याच तरेचे लायफस्टायल जाय जे श्रीमंताक आनी व्हडल्या लोकांकूच लायफस्टायल कित्याक जाय, की भायल्या लोकांक तुम्ही भायले म्हणटा, कोण बिल्डर म्हणटा, कोण जाय ते नांवां दवरल्या तुम्ही, पूण ते तांकांच कित्याक बेनिफीट वचूंक जाय. गोंयचे जनतेक आनी गोंयचो तो स्थानीक जो आहा ताका बी मेळपाची गरज आहा. आनी म्हाका दिसता की हांव जो पर्यंत आहा तर म्हाजी तेच तरेची मनस्थिती आसतली, आनी ते हांव पॉलिसीचे माध्यमांतल्यान हे ओपन अप करपाक जाय. A town planning department should not be at the discretion of one man or one person or one minister who's sitting here. But in fact, it should be a policy that is appreciated by the people and we take it forward.